You see it in primetime television shows like Glee and talk shows like Ellen, but is it becoming more acceptable? Being gay is often frowned upon in today's society and their voices are rarely heard. But what is their story? We took 4 individuals, all from different walks of life, who define themselves as gay, and learned more about the difficulty, normalness, and much more about their daily lives.
Hey, my name is Colton Brown. I'm 22 years old.
My name is Asia. I'm 21 years old.
My name is Tyler Went. I am 30 years old.
Well, my name is Crystal Peak. I'm 22 years old.
And I'm gay.
And I'm gay.
Oh, I'm gay. Sorry. Yeah, I love girls.
The first time you fall for someone is always memorable, no matter who it is. For these 4 individuals, the first time liking someone of the same sex was as memorable as anyone else.
The first time I noticed I was attracted to someone of the same sex, I was actually on my lunch break, and I was with my coworker, and I saw this girl. She was working there.
I was watching Big Bad Beetleborgs, actually, right after the Power Rangers, I had a big crush on the main guy from that show.
I've been gay all my life, honestly.
I was probably 10 or 11. It was the first time I really noticed it. I had a neighbor that lived in my neighborhood, and we were friends, but I kind of like looked up to him, but also I guess was attracted to him and didn't really know how to process the feelings.
She looked like really, pretty and happy. She had nice eyelashes, and I knew like she was really like a pretty girl. Like I could acknowledge that she was pretty, but I was actually like more than just like, it just went deeper. I wasn't just like, oh, she's pretty. It was actually like actual attraction.
We used to play like Truth or Dare and Stupid Games, just like stupid games and stuff like that, which oftentimes had, was like experimenting, which I guess is pretty normal. I couldn't find out much later.
Being heterosexual, it's not the norm to come out to others. The coming out process is often feared among homosexuals, and the first person they tell always seems to be the most important. And the one thing that they always want is acceptance, especially from their parents.
The first person I came out to was my little sister, actually.
When I came out, my mom was the first person I told. I just told her that I met a girl and I was attracted to her.
I think the first person I came out to was my best friend, Lauren. She's been my best friend since I was in 7th grade.
Her name was Isabel. She was a Puerto Rican girl. So then after that, I just went along with it.
I was 15, and it was a huge deal. I remember, I can almost relive the whole thing in my head.
It was my freshman year of college, and I'd never mentioned it to anyone until this point, and I finally just blurted out to her. I was like, I'm dating a guy! Like I said it that fast.
We got dropped off at Rio Bravo. It's a Mexican restaurant. And her and I sat there, and I remember over the chips and salsa, sitting there trying to make her guess. Like, I told her that I had this thing that I needed to tell her.
And she was like, okay. And because she's really, really open about everything.
She accepted it because she's pretty open. But of course she wanted to make sure that I wasn't just, she's always had concerns of, me talking to a girl because she was, openly had a girlfriend and stuff.
I remember her reaction was that was so cool, and that we could go to the mall and check out guys together, which kind of made my whole life at the moment.
A few months ago, I finally told my parents.
My dad, he was comfortable about it because I'm his only daughter.
My dad had been dealing with adrenal cancer off and on for 4 years, and so when I was 15, he passed away. I was pretty well aware of being gay at this point.
I guess he just felt like since I'm his only daughter that he didn't want no guy to, try to hurt me or, abuse me, I would say.
I left them a letter and then drove back to Atlanta.
But my mom, she wasn't with it at all.
She just got really quiet for about 2 weeks, and she didn't really talk to me at all.
They showed up at my doorstep.
She asked me to promise not to pursue it, was how she put it.
We talked, we yelled, we screamed, we fought. They quoted Bible verses nonstop. They almost justified my younger sister telling me that I was going to hell.
She got on me about, I'm going to hell and doing, I'm doing the wrong things, it's a sin.
She threw me out of the house.
I kind of just went to another room and kind of told them they could leave if they want to.
I tried to keep it from my mom, every time I would tell her about my girlfriend, I would just say it's my friend.
I would be in a place that was so difficult or hard, or like living situation that was horrible, you know, and all I wanted in the world to do was go home or talk to her or see her, but it was just like not a possibility.
So I was like sitting there like hunched over, like crying my eyes out.
And just like some of the screaming matches that we had and some of the things that we said to each other, like, it's like stuff that you can't take back, and it's stuff that, you know, like I've carried with me for a long time.
I yelled at my dad, I just screamed at him.
I didn't want to keep it from her, you know, all my life and say, this is my friend, when if I feel like one day I would want to marry the girl, you know?
Our whole lives he was just like a financial supporter.
Like the thing that my mom said about my dad not accepting me, you know, it's like something that can't be, even still, it's like I've come to terms with it. It's something that you can't get any confirmation on.
I was really, really irritated that out of all the things that happened in my life, this was the one thing that he had decided to take interest in.
I don't know, it's kind of like the people that you count on the most for feeling good about yourself, or feeling like, you know, that's where you get your acceptance, or the people that will accept you no matter what, or, you know, it's a place where you're safe, like that's not even there.
People really just don't know their effect on others. It's really ridiculous.
The media and many believe that one chooses to be gay or homosexual, and that it is wrong. But is it really a choice, or are you born that way?
It's not really a choice, you know. Like I said, I mean, I've been liking girls since I was young. I would say since 6 years old.
I wouldn't have chosen it for myself.
I would think more if it's part of the person you are. But I know, like, somewhere along the lines, the choice comes, like, do you, like, come out about it, or do you just, I don't know, too many people that try to cover it up.
I think it's a very big combination of biological, psychological, and social factors.
Logically, I wouldn't choose it, you know, like it still wouldn't. I mean, it does make life a little bit different, a little harder, and it gives you more stuff to deal with than you already would.
Everyone uses this argument, but if you really just think about it from an objective standpoint, who chooses to be in any sort of minority group?
But yeah, I mean, again, like I don't regret it. Like it's made me a much better person, I think, and you know, I'm grateful for it. But I definitely don't think it's a choice.
You know, African Americans. They don't choose to be African American because if they chose to be African American, they would be like, oh yeah, let me experience all this racism. That sounds like a great idea. Why would I choose to be of any sort of sexual minority? Because I know I'm going to face discrimination.
I feel like it's part of the person you are. And if you are gay, or if you are dating someone of the same sex, I feel like it's just, it would have happened anyway. I don't feel like it's any, like, it doesn't have to be any outside influence.
Many teenagers and young adults are afraid to come out, but these four individuals have some words of encouragement for those who are struggling.
There's not as much to be afraid of as you think. I mean, and that goes without saying across the board. No matter what it is you're afraid of, you know, it's never so bad as it seems.
You need to find someone that you feel comfortable with telling all your problems, that doesn't mind, that's going to listen to all the problems, not that's going to like just be in your presence.
Do what makes you happy, and don't worry about what others think, because, you know, you're the only one that can live your life. So.
You are an individual and you're important to the world in someone's eyes.
You'll feel much better about yourself. Then you'll just be more comfortable and open. So I don't say that, just do what you want to do. Hey, I mean, you only have one life to live. So.
I would say just go for it.